Hi Jim, Tom McCouber here with Prime Mercedes-Benz here in Scarborough, Maine. I wanted to put a quick video tour of the Sprinter that you had inquired about together for you. And sitting beside me is the Sprinter you were looking at. It is a 144 wheelbase, high roof, V6 turbo diesel. It is a 4x4 equipped van. It's, like you saw online, a cargo van, so perfect for your build out that you are planning on doing. We'll go through the inside, give you a better idea of the space in a little bit, but to kind of go around the vehicle, you'll as we walk around it, you'll see some sensors and some cameras, and I can show you what those are for inside. This car comes with a 360 camera and parking package, which will give you parking assist, cameras, like beeping when you get close to things. So very nice for this large of a vehicle. As we walk down the side, I'll pop the door open so we can see the interior colors before we get in there. It is the black leatherette. So both seats are heated and power with memory and power adjustable lumbar. You do have side sliding door on the passenger side with plenty of room out back. As you can see, this is all open inside, so you have plenty of room for your insulation and whatever else you plan on building out the walls and ceiling with. I'll close that real quick. So it's just like that. And as we come around the rear, you'll see we've got two doors on the back as well for access. I know you said you were going to put some mountain bikes in here, so this is a great way to get them in. You said you're looking for garage space. Usually that's right here in the rear, so ton of access, very easy to get in and out of with your van or with your bikes. Then on the other side, no door on this side, but one thing I like to show on these as well is your diesel goes right in there. You do have to open the driver's side door to get in and out of the fuel. That's kind of an overview of the outside, so let's jump inside and kind of go over what's in there. All right, so now we're back inside the van. I just wanted to show you real quick that I know you said you're going to build it out as a camper. So this would be probably your living space and bed and kitchen area, most common layout. But I'm about 6'1", so I just wanted to show you what actual room you had in here to move around. It is pretty spacious, even if you put on some roof and a floor. This one does have a nice material on the floor, but I know a lot of people do make it a little bit more homey with laminate or whatnot. Again, as we talked about outside, the black leatherette seats that do have your armrests, and as we come through the center, you'll see your emergency brake, and then we'll move on into the actual center infotainment and steering wheel. Just a second, I'll turn the vehicle on so we can see everything running. It is a push button keyless start. And then this vehicle, very well equipped. It does have the larger of the two touch screens. This has the 10 and a quarter inch screen. It is all touch screen in here. You do have your navigation, phone connectivity. It's a pinch to zoom system, so if you've used pretty much any smartphone or iPad, tablet, this should be pretty intuitive. As we were moving through it, you got your Bluetooth media, as well as some Mercedes Pro apps, as well as all your vehicle settings, which you can get into your assistance. So all your active lane keep, traffic sign assist, what those are, if you get out of your lane going down the highway, it'll tell you that, hey, you've stepped out of your lane. Traffic sign assist, it'll actually display the speed limits as you're going down the road. So if you're in a place that's unfamiliar, sounds like you're going to be traveling with it, it will display your speed limits going down the road in wherever you are, really. Then you've got some of your more standard safety features like active brake assist. If you come up on something, not paying attention, the last second the vehicle will stop itself. So that's kind of a very quick overview of the infotainment system here. One other thing I like to point out, in the center console up here, you do have wireless charging for a phone if your phone is capable, as well as 2 USB Type-Cs and a third USB Type-C that is actually a port that if you plug in an Android or Apple that is capable, it has Apple CarPlay and Android that comes standard with this van. So in this infotainment system we just went over, it'll actually mirror your phone to the screen, so you can use either Google Maps, Apple Maps, Waze, anything that's supported by either of those programs. Another really nice feature on this van is the Distronic system. Our Distronic system is a adaptive cruise control, or radar guided cruise control, they're more commonly known as. What that means is you can set the cruise control and set a following distance. So if you set the cruise at 65 miles an hour and someone is going slower than you, you can actually hold a distance between you and them without ever touching the brake. The vehicle will slow down, and then as you can get around that person, the vehicle will speed back up without ever having to touch the gas or brake. It all does it all on its own. That's all controlled right here on the wheel, and then you have some mouse pad options on both sides where you can actually control the infotainment system right from the wheel, and then your center screen between your gauges, your instrument cluster right from the wheel as well. So this is, like I said, a very well equipped vehicle. This is a beautiful example of a Sprinter, and I think it would do a very good job of what you're looking for. In a minute I'm actually going to go show you the Sprinter based Airstream 19. That might give you some ideas as to what you can do with one of these. It's based on this same chassis. You have about 4,400 pounds of cargo capacity in this van, so whatever your build out is, you want to keep it in that range, which you should be able to do pretty easily. So we're going to cut to that next, and we'll show you that in just a second. All right, Jim, so this is the Airstream Interstate 19, or otherwise known as the Shorty. So it is based off the same van I just showed you. And so like I said, I just kind of want to give you an idea of how they laid it out, and so you can kind of see what you might be able to do with yours. So if we come on inside, you'll see they added a couple things like a step and a screen door, but those aren't absolutely necessary for your build. But as you can see, up front looks very similar. They added a couple little touches, like they reupholstered the seats and a couple little dash pieces they put on. But right to the left here, as we walked in, you saw the this is the bathroom. So this is a full wet bath. It does have a shower and a toilet in there. Whether or not you put that in there, you can see it does take up some space, but it is nice to have in a vehicle. Over here you'll see this is where they have the kitchen area of or galley area of the van. So you'll see they use good use of space by putting a cutting board on top of there, and then you have your two burner Dometic stove that goes in, or a cooktop that goes in right next to it, and you have some storage underneath. If you see any red liquid in like the sink or anything, that's because we winterized it. Then over here they put in a refrigerator unit, so it just goes in above some cabinets and gives you some space for food storage. As we come back, I'm also standing in what will be the bed at some point. This they put in was a microwave. In the bigger models, they'll put in microwave convection ovens, but in this one, they just put in a microwave to save some space. as you see, they put in a lot of cabinetry. They try to use the best or a most amount of space they can, getting the most amount of storage. Underneath the fridge there's some, and then back here you've got your couch and 2 ottomans, and above it you have a bunch more actual storage, some control panels for your electrical and monitoring systems, as well as more storage back here. As I close all this, above me you'll notice they use all LED recessed lighting to save space, as well as be conscious of power consumption. And right above us right now you'll also see a fan for some ventilation, and they also added a AC unit on this one, again depending on your use whether or not it may or may not be necessary. And then where your garage is going to be, it sounds like this is what folds down into the bed. The actual couch portion slides down, and then these ottomans slide together, making just under a queen size bed. But this should give you a decent little idea of what you may or may not be able to do in there. Maybe you can take some of the styling cues in here and move it forward with yours. But if you have any questions on that van or this one, I'd be more than happy to answer for you. Again, my name's Tom McCoubry. You can reach me at 207-510-2250. Thanks.